Greetings, welcome back to Pink Oddbird. Today I'm here to show you how I make these really cute and fun little memory keeping bits that you can add into your journals. They're sort of multifunctional and I think they would make the perfect addition to anyone's journal, and it's kind of a little prototype, so I am this is the prototype, and if you're not interested in seeing me kind of fumble my way through making this from what my vision was to this version, then I will put a timestamp to where you can fast forward and we make this one. So I just wanted to leave both versions in because sometimes it's good for people to see a way that you can, think things through and just bring your vision to life, and then after you've given it a try, you come back and you make it better. So if you're interested to see how I make these, just keep watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just grab a piece of cardstock out of here. Doesn't really matter which one. This one is already loose, so and I'm going to, I guess I'm going to make an envelope first. I think that's what I should do first. So if you don't have this envelope punch board, you can probably use a pre-made envelope. But I'm just going to use it because I'm still in the process of trying to use stuff from my stash. So feel free to use a pre-assembled envelope that you already have. I'm just going to pick a size here randomly. 4 by 7 sounds kind of cool. So I need to cut my paper to 9 1/8. So now that I've done that, I need to find where I have to punch my paper. So 3 1/2. I feel like this would be something kind of fun to add into your journal, as not only something that can be like a little something that holds something, but also as something that you can maybe write something about what's inside of it. So I'm just going to set that aside and get my envelope formed. So that's kind of the base of it. Now let me think about what I need to do next. What I want to do is allow this to be an envelope on the front, but I want to attach a little journaling booklet to the back. And I don't know if this has already been done. I'm just kind of thinking about this on the fly here. So if you've seen this before, let me know. I know Tracie Fox has one, a really cool one that I've used before. She has a tutorial where you can have the booklet, snugged here inside of the envelope. And so when you open it, it's like the booklet, and then it's really cute, and then you just close it back up. That's so cute. I'll link to that below if you guys are interested in how she makes that. So for this though, I've just got some random papers here, and I'm going to cut them down to size. So I know that it's 7 by 4. Actually, I'm only going to do 2 pieces of paper just because I don't want it to be too bulky, since it is technically just like a booklet. So 7 by 4, so I'll cut it down to 8 by just under 7 inches tall. So here is what I have. Now, the question is, I want something that's going to be able to like kind of also serve as a cover back here to kind of hold it closed. So I'm going to just take this random piece of scrap here and cut it down to, I guess, 7 inches tall for sure. And I'm not sure exactly what I need here yet, so let me take a second to think about this. So I know that, well, that could be kind of neat. I think I cut it too short, but that's okay. It's all right. Oh, okay, how about if we glue it like this maybe? And I feel like there could be a lot of variations of this. So I'm just gonna fold out like this. And then, so we have it like that. And then we can fold this around like this. But I think this is too, let's see, maybe we don't need to have this flip all the way over. And cut it down a little bit. So I'm going to cut that top flap down just a bit. Cut about 1 inch off of that. So I want it like this and like this. So that would mean where the booklet opens like this. I hope I'm not confusing you because I'm thinking about this as we go. So I'm thinking like this can be the flap tuck, but then we need something that's going to keep this closed so that the booklet isn't just flailing. So, what are you thinking? Okay, I think I have one idea. So let's just try it out and see what we get. I need my glue. Actually, I know what I need to do first. I need it to get this papers glued in here. You can do this with a sewing machine, but for now I'm just gonna glue these in just so that we can use this as our template or rough draft, I guess, to see if this is even gonna work. Oop. So we'll have that one glued in like that, and then we need to glue the second page in as well. Careful if you are going to use glue as your method, because if you do it too far outside of the crease, you see it'll start pulling in weird places that you don't want it to. The joys of prototypes. Okay. So that's looking good. All right. So with that done, I'm going to glue the envelope closed, I believe. Once we do this one, we'll make one more so that maybe it'll be a little bit more streamlined and hopefully, you know, not as confusing. But you guys are just seeing this kind of as it's coming out of my head. So what I wanted is for this to be, when you can border punch here if you want. I'm not going to do it right now, but you can border punch it so that it's, you know, a pretty little edge. And do this like that. So now we have a tuck spot for this, but still we need a way to keep this closed. I'm going to go ahead and punch it on this side just to give it a little bit of interest. Okay. So that's cute. But we need a way to keep it closed. So my first idea is magnet. So maybe we can try, I'm going to take my double-sided tape here, and we would need a magnet here on this flap. So I'm just gonna lay some tape down and grab a magnet. And stick it right there onto the tape. Now we do need something to cover up this tape, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of washi. Again, this is the prototype. I don't know if 2 magnets here might be better, but for now we're just gonna try this out and see how it goes. And then to keep it closed, we need a magnet somewhere where it's going to be held down. So like maybe in here, or we could probably even get a magnet right here, because that's kind of where it's going to be. So I'm going to grab a second magnet, and I'm just going to fold this closed and press down where the magnets are so that I can give myself an indentation to see. You probably can't see, but I can see the indentation of a little circle here. So I know that that's where this other magnet needs to go. Now let's hope that I do this right. I need to figure out which way this has to go. Okay. Okay, so that's the way the magnet needs to go. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I still have my little mark here for where I need to put my tape down. Sometimes when you guys have something in your mind, you just never know if it's going to work or not until you try it. So, you know, that's literally what I'm doing here. Is it going to be a winner every time? Probably not. Oop. But you won't know unless you try it. So let's see. Now I need to get this set down properly. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's on. I'm gonna take my washi and cover up that magnet. There's probably a much better way to do this. Like we could probably even, let's see, we can probably add a pocket here if we wanted to. Something like this. And just glue it on here, and then that becomes a pocket, so you don't have to see the washi there. You can probably put more coffee stained paper here. You can put a belly band here, like this, so that you can slide something in and out. I feel like I've made something like this before. It could very well be. Okay, so here it is. And I do think 2 magnets might be good for this. I don't really, I mean, the sides don't really bother me that much sticking up, but this is something really cute, and you can always further decorate this. So this part can be decorated as something. So it's gonna flip open, and you have, this will be better if I sew it, but prototype. This is what happens when you get glue everywhere. So there's that. We could also come and add a pocket or a tuck spot in here. That would be cute. I'll just go ahead and do that. Okay. So we have a tuck spot, so something can get tucked in there. So just cut this down for a second. So like that. Journaling pages. Something else can go here. Close it. Open this. You have an envelope where you can tuck some things in. Flip it down, and technically you could even use this as an additional tuck spot for something, and then it snaps closed. Ooh, that's kind of neat. That is pretty neat. So the other way that I had in mind to do this is without a magnet. So if you don't have magnets, I think I have another way that we can do this. So let's try and make one more. The profile on this is really thin, so it would be perfect for if you have a large page pocket. This is something that you can tuck into it. And yeah, so let's try making one that's a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna see if I have any small scraps, and if we don't, that's okay. We'll just pick something. Let's take this pink one here. And I'm gonna cut it down. Well, actually, I need to know what size envelope I'm making first. So let's see. I want a small envelope, so 3x4 seems kind of cool to me. 3x4. So I need to cut my paper to 6 1/4. Maybe if you guys watched the first go round, you can try it with me on this one. Pause as you need to. Okay, so this one's cute. So I know that I'm gonna need another piece of cardstock that's cut to 4 inches tall. So the next thing is I need to get my little pocket down here, and this part down here can be the part that you punch if you want, so let's punch that part. So like this, and just kind of determine where you want the flap to be tucked in to where it still has ease of use, I guess. Like, that's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna fold it back and make it straight, like so. So that's this piece for this and the tuck spot. And then I'm going to, well, I guess the piece doesn't technically have to fold around it. It doesn't have to. Like, you could magnetize this so that this flap isn't even here. So like, you could do the magnet so that it's just like this. That's cool too. Like, that totally works. You see what I'm saying? Maybe we'll try that on this one. So I'm just going to kind of crease it. Well, you know what? Well, we're not doing a magnet on this one, but we'll do a different closure. So like, how about that? Well, I'm showing you variations. Okay, variations. It's all about the variations. All right, so hopefully that's even. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I'm gonna take my little paper here. I'm just gonna use these scraps since they're already here. And I guess maybe we can even put the paper in here differently if we want to. We can put it in like this, since it's kind of almost that size anyway. Like this. So what I'm going to do is take this to my machine and just stitch this little signature together. So I've gone ahead and single stitch down the center, and what I'm going to do is run my glue stick down the back piece of paper here and get this glued in like that. That's so cute. Okay, like that. All right, closure time. So I'm going to grab my punch. Okay, so I've got my 1-inch circle punch, a couple of brads, some twine, and an awl. So what I'm thinking is we can, on the flap that will be getting tucked into here, just make a little hole as a guideline and then use your awl to poke a hole through. Now we're going to take a little bit of this twine. Oop. And I'm just going to weave that through here. And then what you do is take your brad and you follow that. You see I have the thread. Can you see? I have the thread here through the hole. So you just run your brad through that same hole and set the brad. And then just for good measure, I like to add a little bit of washi to keep it in place, both the string and the brad. So, and then I think we can go ahead and glue this closed. All right. So we have this piece of string here. Now the way that I was thinking it can be closed is we need to glue this front little pocket thing on. So just line it up and glue it down. Okay, and then on this side, we will do the same. So you can just kind of eyeball this. Make a hole. So this is like our closure, right? Make a hole down towards the bottom. And we are going to put one of our brads in that hole. And you don't want to do it too close to the crease because then it's just going to fold weird. So you take your brad, and then again, I'm going to add a little bit of washi on mine. Okay. And I like to just kind of give it a wiggle. This is going to, give it a little bit of room for the string to tie. So it looks like I did this string long enough that it can wrap around twice. Oh, I'm done. That is cute. So that's it. So there, this is how it goes. I think it's really cute. You can just wrap it here, but I did the string long enough to wrap it twice. But yeah, this is such a cute little embellishment piece that you can add. And so like something like, especially if you make the small version like this, imagine if you have, your journal, you can make a little one of these and you can tuck, like say your movie tickets in here. Maybe you guys took a little photo, you can tuck the photo in here. And then on the inside here, you can write about your date night. Cuteness factor. All right, so, all right, I'm kind of glad. I'm happy with the way this turned out. And if you guys, I'm not sure if I will cut out the first rendition of this. I don't know. I feel like leaving that kind of stuff is sometimes helpful for you guys to see just kind of how you can think about things and work things out, and then even maybe come up with something even better than what you originally did. And both of these are awesome, I think. You know, I like the idea behind this and the way that you can memory keep inside of this. So I hope you guys give this a try. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give a thumbs up, and that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo. Today what I'm here to show you is how I make these super cute, super fun little memory keeping embellishments where that's kind of neat. And I can totally see something like this. As you can see, the profile on it is 3x4. Someone is really honking outside. So that's cut down. Wow, that is pretty annoying.